Nothing new, for sure. You know. Let's get with it. Alright guys, welcome to my first ever draft analysis of my own drafts and what actually goes through this dumb brain when I'm picking drafts out. So currently, I'm your host, I'm Jodo Journeys. My name is Andy. I run this shitty YouTube channel that I love, but never upload to. But, you know, I've been looking around for some new draft leagues. I played actually this draft league two seasons now, previously, and this is my third season. The first season I played with these guys, I won it. Random Draft League, I think that was season 3. Then last season I got slobbered on. Because hacks is a real thing in Pokemon, and it's brutal, man. Like, it's destructive. It tears your hope apart. Makes you not want to play this game. But, you know, I came back for a 5th season, mostly because I'm staff, actually, of this server, but mostly because it's kind of fun. It's called the Random Draft League. Because how this place works is 4 Pokemon are randomly selected for you. Just randomly. There's 4 random tiers. There's like tier 1 it's a point draft. So you get like, I believe it's 115 or maybe 120 points. But tier 1, you get 1 random tier 1, which is between like an 18 point to a 15 point. A random tier 2, which is 14 to 11. Random tier 3, 10 through 7. And I think random tier 4, which is 6 through 3 or 6 through 2, something like that. So, you know, you get one of each of those random tiers first. So you get 4 starting off Pokemon. And then you create your draft after you get those random Pokemon. So you have no idea what to create your draft on until you get those random Pokemon. Which I find that really exciting, because my brain is already scrambled as is. The randomizer kind of giving me a path kind of helps. And by that, I mean it did not help whatsoever. Man, my lighting is shit. What the fuck? There we go. That's a bit better. But yeah, so we started off getting a random 4 Pokemon in this draft. And I got 3 rain Pokemon. Kind of. Well, I got Dracovish, Mandibuzz, Tornadus, and Electabuzz. So, I would say 3, because, Dracovish, you know, Vicious Rend in rain. It's very disgusting. I could put some web support on it. Maybe join myself with, like, a Mega Swampert. Because Dracovish, it's not weak to electric or grass, so it could be a good way to, if I needed to pivot into between the two, you know. That's kind of stupid, but you know, makes sense in a way in my head. Then Tornadus, which spams Hurricanes and Nasty Plots up, and then bye-bye. And then Electabuzz, which can spam Thunder. Hey, it works. But, recently, I played a draft league called World Pokemon Federation. That's actually where I got this, draft kind of thingy that I use almost for all my leagues. But, you know, it's here. In that league, I drafted Rain. And I didn't do bad for the games I won. The games I lost were super close. Except for week 1 where I got 6-0'd. But then every legit other week was like a 1-0. I would always lose 0-1. But if I won by a landslide. So I always had a close match. I actually had a pretty good differential for like a 3-7 losing streak. I had like only -5, I believe. So I had pretty good differential for a really losing outcome. But of course I didn't make playoffs because I had a really losing playoff. So, but I was like, that was my first time drafting weather. Do I want to draft rain again? No. So what I ended up doing was you get 2 re-rolls of your random Pokemon you get. And I decided to re-roll my Dracovish because I hate that Pokemon. It presses 1 move. It feels very limiting. I hate limiting Pokemon. I have to draft my entire team around a Dracovish. Do I want to do that? No. And then I was like, I had Mandibuzz and I had Tornadus. Which flying type do I want to go? Well, Tornadus helps put some offensive pressure, but I kind of wanted to go more of a bulky offense, more of a balanced kind of draft. So I decided to say goodbye to Tornadus, actually. And I wanted something more bulky on my team, and so I chose I kept the Mandibuzz. And so I re-rolled that Dracovish into our first Pokemon, which is... Oh, I think I went forward. Which is Spectrier. So, Spectrier, great Pokemon. Fast as fuck, man. Issue is it has like 3 coverage moves, which is Ghost, like Hex Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, and it's got like Mud Shot or something. There's your 3. And you can Hyper Beam if you really felt like it, which is stupid, but you know, fun shenanigans. And some setup moves, sub, you know, stuff. It's really good late game sweeper. You can call mine with this thing and go goodbye to whoever the fuck I feel like. But, you know, I like Spectrier. This is my first time using it, but I've seen it do work in other leagues. I've had problems with fighting it in the past. You know, figure might as well. I got it randomly, might as well try it. I can't re-roll anyways. So, I did that. Okay, then we kept our Mandibuzz, which is nice because it allows me to throw Toxics out. It's a nice pivot. Ghost and Dark together work really well. It's why a lot of people run an Urshifu single with a Spectrier, because they kind of help each other in a way. You know, very 2 well-worked Pokemon, and it helps, you know, I could throw a Toxic with Mandibuzz, Hex with Spectrier, you know, stuff like that. Mandibuzz gets U-turned, could pivot, you know, stuff like that. And then I re-rolled my Tornadus into a Jellicent, which to me was really good, but at the same time it kind of hurt, because I have 2 ghost types. That kind of sucks. But Jellicent at least was a good ghost type to work with my team, because, you know, I'm kind of leaning a little more bulky right now. And, because with Jellicent Mandibuzz. But Jellicent's like a good switch in to anything. It's a good water absorb mon. I could even run Curse Body and play some strats to screw over some choice mons. Stuff like that, you know. It helps to deal with mons that are trying to target my Spectrier or my Mandibuzz. Like maybe say let's say an ice type. A choice ice type wants to go frick my Mandibuzz to death, and I'm like, Jellicent, go. What is that ice type doing? It could get Curse Body. That allows me a free setup. Because they're just gonna struggle, so they're gonna swap. You know? There's a lot of ways. And then, of course, I kept Electabuzz. It's Electabuzz. It was like a 3-point randomed mon. I kept it. It has static. Can run Eviolite. It has actually a decent move pool. We'll see if I bring it this season. I haven't decided, but so this is the 4 I got. I drafted a rain team before I could re-roll. So my team was very different. I think I scrapped every single Pokemon but 1 of my actual drafted Pokemon. So I drafted Rain. I went pretty hard Rain. And about the 3rd or 4th mon in, I was like, I really don't want to draft Rain. And then I switched up. I was like, I'm just going to draft a whole bunch of random Pokemon. And then we'll change our draft completely later. So we're going to start with, I see these 4 Pokemon. And I'm like, man, I need something that hits hard, because Spectre hits hard, but all my Pokemon right here are special, and then you got Mandibuzz, but like Mandibuzz isn't really gonna do a lot of attacking. It can Brave Bird, it can use some dark moves. I don't know. I tend not to run too much offensive on Mandibuzz, though I have done weak armor strats, which is really funny. But I decided to make my first offensive Pokemon, at least physically, a Darmanitan Galar. Man, Unga Bunga, man, it just goes Unga Bunga, Unga Bunga. That's all you need to know. Sure Force, Scarf, Darmanitan Galar. I can play with Zen Mode, with Salak Berry. This Pokemon's got stupid coverage. This Pokemon's great. And it was really cheap in RDL. I think it was like 15 points. So I grabbed that, which is a nice... To me, I think Darm G is like a 16-point mon. I don't think it's higher, but even, just 1 point extra, that's saving for me to go somewhere later, and I needed that at the end of the draft, which actually ended up helping. So, Slap, killing some Pokemon could be a nice fire type, but most of the time I'm just running it an ice type. So that's why I wanted to, go to my next Pokemon and actually draft a fire type, a good fire type. And so my speed tiers are, right now I have 130 into a 105 into a 95. But that Darmg is going to be scarfed most of the time. So it's going to be pretty high. But I wanted a nice buffer in between that 130, 105 in case I don't want to go a scarf Darmg. It's weird not seeing that. But you could do some sub belly drum shenanigans. Oh, sorry. So I drafted a Cinderace. I'll talk about the Cinderace first. I drafted a Cinderace. It doesn't have Libro. But, this mod still hits like a truck. It's fast. It's got court change. It's got a whole bunch of moves. Incredible coverage. U-turn, just Pyro Ball is a great move, too. Just like, I can spam Pyro Ball. If I wanted to not bring Darmg this game, and I wanted to ban my Cinderace and just press Pyro Ball on repeat, I could potentially do that. This mod just goes to town. But also, Blissey was the Pokemon I had prior to my prior draft, and it was the only Pokemon I kept. And reason being, Blissey is goated. Mandibuzz is a physical defensive tank, and so is Jellicent. And so I needed my special tank, and so I went with a Blissey. And a Blissey has crazy HP, crazy special defense. It's got Wish Pass, which helps support my Mandibuzz, Jellicent, anything I need that Wish for, and also some other Pokemon later on in my draft. Which I ended up going more from bulky offensive to more balanced to even kinda, not towards stall, but, like more defensive. Ended up with, some really nice offensive threats, but I ain't really ended up having a lot of offensive threats in this draft. But, Blissey, I can Heal Bell stuff. So that way, in case somebody's starting off T-Waves, which would really hurt this team, I just bring in Blissey. T-Wave, you can T-Wave Toxic my Blissey all you want. I've got Natural Cure. And I just Heal Bell my team up. And we go on with our day. I wish, bring something else in. And that's how I ended up just kind of playing things in my head. So after that, I was thinking, man, if I look to my right, I've got Awful Hazards. And, that's really, I needed some hazards. Because a team doesn't work well without hazards, in my opinion. So I chose Chestnut. It was a nice solid point. I think it was 9 points. I've never worked with this Pokemon. I've never worked with any of these mons besides for Mandibuzz and Blissey before. That's my entire team is Pokemon I've never used before, which I think is really cool. I figured that this would be a great place to try it. A kind of not so seriously, but a league that I personally like. So I went Chestnut. which he can. I've seen some offensive chestnuts, but I like more of the tankier side. A bulletproof sub, throw some spikes, and do some leech seed shenanigans, and just go on with my day. So, just also covering my types a little bit. I didn't have really a single Pokemon that could use a grass type move, but I wanted also spikes, and Roserade was taken off the table, or I would have went Roserade. But it is what it is. I've got some fighting moves here already, like Cinderace learns high jump kick. I think Darmjeen knows superpower. But, it is what it is. I wanted Roserade. It can only get, if only one person can draft that. I think Rabbit took that, if I'm not mistaken. But, I needed a better rocker. I've got Blissey. That's, and I want to say okay. It's a below average rocker. So I wanted something that specifically does rocks and does it well, but also can do other things. And here's my other physical tank, and I chose, as for my Mega, a Steelix Mega. I've never drafted this Pokemon before. I've always wanted to, but I never thought about, like, man, what the hell does this Pokemon do? It's like a worse Registeel in a way. Which somebody's going to come after my throat for saying that. But to me, it felt like a worse Registeel. Why would I ever need to draft this thing? But, like, I was looking at my team, like, this could work. It could work. Rocks, body press shenanigans, earthquakes, got some steel moves. It's got actually quite a bit of coverage. It's got the Fang moves. Can Dragon Tail out if I want to work with my hazards. If I get some spikes up, I can, Dragon Tail some shit in and out. Mandibuzz has got some Whirlwind. So, trying to get a little working together a little bit. But that's really all it provides me. And, so, I was thinking to myself, I'm looking at this team. Like, okay, first of all, I need a Psychic type. Second of all, I need a Fairy type. Third of all, I need removal. My only removal is Mandibuzz, which is great removal. But if I want to work with my spikes, I'm going to need a Rapid Spin, and I'm going to need a way to keep Sticky Webs off my team. Because my sweeps need to be able to come in not under Sticky Webs. And especially because I would like not to run boots on these guys all the damn time. So, if I can play well against not having to deal with Stealth Rocks, that'd be wonderful. So, what I chose next... Hello? Was Hatterini. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just wasn't showing up. Was Hatterini. So, I covered my Psychic. Covered my Fairy. And now, if I play well, I can maybe potentially get... If somebody brings webs, I can sling webs back at them. Or rocks back at them. Which helps, in my opinion, my draft so much. Plus, it's a special attacker. I'm looking, because now I got like 2 to 3 physical hitters. But I only really had Spectrair, and if you wanted to count Electabuzz. Which Electabuzz actually tends to go physical, because it has better physical options. But we'll ignore that. I wanted a nice special hitter, but can also play kind of supportive. I could also throw Trick Room up and make my Steelix go if I wanted to go on offensive Steelix, attacks. Or, like an offensive Steelix Mega, Trick Room shenanigans. I always like playing with Trick Room. So, Trick Room's my thing. If I have a chance to draft it, I will draft it. At somewhere in my draft. It won't be, the whole thing. But, like, it's a small thing. If I wanted to 1 week bring Trick Room, I could. Who knows? It's just some options. Or if somebody wants to bring Trick Room against me, I have options to play against them. Which is very strong in a draft. And then, it's got Mystical Fire. It's got Psychic moves. It's got Fairy moves. I think it's got, Will-O-Wisp, if I'm not mistaken, which is nice. Some other moves that help work Spectrair as well. But, I'm just kind of working on mons that work well alone, but also somewhat work together with my other team. But, you know, and then so I was like, you know, what in case somebody else gets actually rocks on my team? What if I don't predict right? I don't get my magic bouncer in. Because I might not bring Hatter Neo every week. So what I ended up was with my last Pokemon, I drafted Armaldo. I only had like 3 to 4 points. But I think I had 1 extra to get Spectre, which allowed me to get the solid spinner. And Armaldo is nothing to sleep on. Not one bit. Because this Mon hits like a truck if it wants to hit. It's got like 135 base attack. It's got like 100 base defense. It's like another Steelix Mega, but can spin. And, you know, it can do some things. Battle Armor prevents it from getting crit, which is always nice because I have the worst RNG in the game. So having any kind of way to prevent me getting RNG'd is a good thing. But, you know, got my spinner. Also another Pokemon that throws up rocks. A bug type if I need it, because a lot of mons are weak to bugs. Rock types, stuff like that. But that's what I ended up with. I was pretty happy. I actually kind of filled out my speed tiers kind of okay. Went from 130, 119, 105 to 95, but run Scarf most of the time. 80, and then I started to kind of get low speed. So a lot of my mons are slow, but a lot of them are fast, and I've got only a few mid tiers, which is a little weak on my end. But you make what you got. I kind of had to deal with what I got. Especially with getting 2 ghost types. It kind of limited my draft. I wanted a poison Pokemon. I wanted a dragon Pokemon. But you can only get what you can get. So, I'm going to scroll to this side. Oh, also, if you look, the only common weakness I have is Rock. I do have some Pokemon that resist it, but honestly, other than that, I don't have any common weaknesses. And I have ways to deal with them as well. So, I'm okay with this team. It's not the best team I've ever drafted, but it's not the worst. Okay. Now you look at this. You got 3 Stealth Rockers, I got a Spikes, and a Court Change. And also, like, if I could add Hatterini over here with Magic Bounce, that's great. Then, Mandibuzz with Defog if I need to actually, like, it's desperate, like, I need to get rid of these hazards. I can bring Defog if I'm facing a really hard hazard team. But Armaldo's got Rapid Spin. I've got Magic Bounce also. So some good options. I'll probably tend to bring Defog if I'm not bringing my Chestnut. So, you know, if I'm not bringing this, this is coming. If I'm bringing this might be coming. We'll see. And then I've got, you know, really my main cleric is Blissey. That's why I drafted it. I mean, Hatterini's here, but like I could practically ignore that. Now Blissey's, it's there to throw wishes, seismic tosses, and heal wells. That's all it's for. Okay, and then we got some. I'm gonna ignore these. I could go a teleport Blissey, but I tend to like to run wish, and you can't run wish and teleport together on Blissey. It's banned. It's just not a legal moveset. I don't know why. It's not. I've tried running it several times because I'm like, man, this is busted. Just like wish teleport into something like a Clefable. But I guess it has to be balanced in some way. But Electabuzz teleport's not bad. If I wanted to make it kind of tanky, spam T-Waves off and teleport out, I could do that. Because Eviolite Electabuzz actually has got some solid defenses. It's got like a 90 base HP and 80 base defenses. So, they work. Can make it more of a support kind of status your team, be a cuck. And it's also got static kind of Pokemon. Then you've got some U-turners. And, you know, if I wanted to go more of an offensive Electabuzz, I got Volt Switch as well. But, you know, overall, I was kind of happy with how my team went. It's, you know, it's there. It's my first draft. I mean, not my first draft analysis, so I can't really complain. And it's on technically a hard draft. It's hard to kind of draft on this kind of team necessarily. because 4 Pokemon are just randomly given to you. It's 4 less options you can pick by yourself to make a more well-rounded team. But, you know, I'm happy with what I got, and we'll see what happens in this league. But if you like this content, if you like more draft analysis, please smash that like button and comment down below. Andy, get off your lazy ass. Get out of work and make some more draft analysis. They'll probably be coming to you soon if you do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.